We've got some champagne. It's like
I'm like hunched. Like, are you kidding me? Yep, but oh my god!
Okay. Let's tell them what we got. We got a brown sugar caramel rim.
Hallelujah.
Here you are, my lady. Ooh, that looks damn good.
Okay. Wow.
So,
Woo, let's try them.
oh my goodness gracious, girl.
Happy fall.
Yeah.
Mine's
A
really
little
good.
strong. Oh, yours is really good. Didn't I have the one with more vodka?
Yeah.
Okay, I go, that's a little strong.
Well, you can top it off with like cider now.
Totally. Well, and I'm like, so it's a little strong.
Yeah.
Sue me.
What's up, snitches? Welcome back to another episode of We Want Gossip with Meredith and Steph. We are back to discuss Bachelor in Paradise, Casa Amor coming to a close. Ready for that shit show to happen.
Heck yeah. And then for Gossip of the Week, we're going to talk about James Corden and his scandal with the restaurant scene.
Trash!
And did you see his apology? We
don't.
can get into it. Then Taylor Swift blessed us with her new album, Midnights.
I have one word to say and where my problem resides. In one word, maybe two. Don't know.
Problem?
Lana Del Rey.
Lana Del Rey.
We'll get into it. That's just no. We'll circle back.
Okay, because I have some points to make there as
Okay.
well. And then we're going to finish off really quick addressing the Kylie and Travis cheating rumors. Let's get into it.
Okay, we have a gossip update.
All right, it is officially Halloween week.
Hello weekend, almost.
So we have these, obviously, and we are going to a Halloween pumpkin what even is it?
It's like these, it's called, I think, like Enchanted Gardens or something, and it's like right by
Ooh.
my place, and they have a huge, and it's sponsored or put on by the 13th Floor, which is that huge, like, haunted house,
Ooh.
big extravaganza, like one of the, like, craziest
ones.
ones. And, yeah, jack-o'-lantern, like, light walkthrough in the gardens where it's, like, tons of pumpkins and different things lit up, so.
Really channeling into our adult fall self.
Because Uncle John's cider mill back in Michigan is not in my backyard anymore, and we just need a little something for fall.
Dude, I went to Phillips when I was home.
I know.
Oh, that was the funniest part. So Brett and I, did I tell you about us cashing out there? Like, Brett and I were walking around, like, the local orchard or whatever, cider mill. And Brett and I are like, we got 2 gallons of cider. We're getting 2 dozen of donuts. Brett's like, I want this cherry pie. There's like tons of little knickknackies in there. We're just loading up the cash register. We're like, hell yeah, whatever. Rings it up, $31. Brett and I were so shook. We're like, we both visibly had a reaction. Like, you didn't say anything, but both visibly had a reaction. And she's like, is that wrong?
I'm stealing from you.
Yeah. She goes, is that wrong? And Brett goes, oh, no, I'm just like, I just thought everything would be much more expensive.
Yeah.
$31 for all of that. A full cherry pie, 2.
You couldn't even get that at Uncle John's, though. Like,
No.
because it's like, I feel like even their, like, apple butter would be, like,
Yeah.
at this point with how popular
But
it
it's
is.
like, if you're from St. John's, Phillips all the way.
Yeah, so good. Oh, my God. So, Halloween, as, you know, a young adult, but not quite. As like a 25-year-old. Like, when we're not... How do you have fun at Halloween to celebrate Halloween after college? You know? It's like, we're not to the... Here's my problem, is we're not in college to where we're dressing in a onesie, you know, a little leotard and going to the bar. And we also don't have, like, children to where we're doing, you know, like, a family, like, couples Halloween thing with the kids dressing up, you dress up with your kids, you know, that kind of thing. It's kind of, we're in the middle stage.
Yeah. It's like, it's such a spectrum, because it's like, there are people that are our age that are dressing up, like, in the leotards like we did in college, and it's like, I look at that and I go, 100% acceptable. But then I think about us in reality, and I go, where would we go with that right now?
Because we're not going to a club or a college, like, dive bar. It's like we're going to a restaurant. I mean, there's bars and stuff, but it would just be weird to be around regular folks wearing some crazy skimpy costume. Or, you know, even if it's not skimpy, it's like, you don't
'Cause
want to
it's
be
like-
the only one not dressed up. Because even at the pumpkin patch, if we go this weekend, people are going to be dressed up.
I bet if we went this weekend, though, down to the Highlands, I bet there would be some people dressed
like
up.
if we went downtown, that's a different story. If we went
Yeah.
downtown Denver to like Herbs or whatever.
I
and,
feel like though it's like with Colorado people, it's like a mixture. It wouldn't be crazy over the top
it would have to be
costumes.
specific like place, because
It would just be like,
yeah, I've come and visited Adam a
for
couple
Halloween.
years for Halloween here,
Yeah.
and we went fully out downtown Denver. It was crazy, actually. Streets were popping, bars were popping. I'm like,
Shit, I'm
how
like,
will the mood? Now we're like, wait, we're going out to the club and we're wearing Skippy outfits, and it's this weekend.
I go, maybe we could have a quick little weekend in the Highlands. I don't know, go to Avanti, Happy Camper.
I think I got a phone call to make. Excusez-moi, Stephanie Sue. What just happened?
God.
Let me see. No.
I went like this, came down, laughed, it shot up into my hat, lifted my hat.
I'm gonna need that zoomed in and slowed down.
I about dumped that whole thing on myself.
I thought you were gonna say the straw like went up your nose.
Okay, well maybe we're screwing the pumpkin patch and going out. I don't know, because we could do something
it's so
super
backward,
easy.
because it's also like, I feel like in college I had the drive to,
Yes,
go out. I needed to
the
be wearing the cutest
drive.
outfit. I needed to do that. Now it's like we've done all of that there's no drive in me to want to Uber downtown
Right.
Denver and do all that shit and then Uber home. But at the same time, it's always fun when we do it. It's
Yes.
just getting our asses to do
There.
it.
Yes, and it's like, we would have fun. We haven't been out in a minute.
We haven't. like downtown Denver
No,
out.
like
Like we can
out,
get
out.
drinks and shit, like margaritas, tacos,
Oh.
whatever.
The drinks are here.
Yeah, the drinks are consistently
no
flowing.
problem there. It's more just like, have I blacked out in a minute? No.
Have I gone balls to the walls?
And it's like we could be what? Vampires, cats, anything.
I mean,
Easy.
seriously.
Yeah.
We still have our wigs from last year.
Ooh,
Do you?
Yeah,
I think
saw
I
it.
still, I'm gonna throw mine away.
Actually,
Amazon
okay.
Prime. Okay.
We'll figure it out. But we'll keep you guys
Yeah,
updated
but,
on
like,
how our
it's-
weekend ensues.
Yes.
So this brings us to our next point about Halloween, which we are going to talk about our most iconic
Ooh, I
Halloween
forgot.
costumes. I did as well. Let's just name 2 off the dome.
Okay, I would say, do you want me to say yours maybe?
Ooh, okay.
I gotta remember all
No,
of
I know.
yours.
Do yours, but
Okay.
I do know which one that's coming to mind for you.
I liked my Wonder Woman one.
That was my first one.
I feel like that's the first one that I feel like I fit the role.
Yes,
And she
because-
was like so in at the moment. Like,
Yes, because I remember I watched Wonder Woman that
Yes.
summer, and then when Halloween came around, Steph had not been into the superheroes yet.
Yeah, no.
You are totally
Remember
now.
the first time we watched it.
In my college dorm room, or not dorm room, our
Bedroom.
apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still watching it in my bed, and we were like,
Wait a minute.
hell yeah,
Like-
woman superhero, amen.
It was like the first moment of being like, wait, there's a girl superhero. Like I was
Yes.
like, I'm in.
No
like,
wonder all the little boys love them. It's like, yeah, because I'm feeling like freaking Princess Diana out here.
Hello.
Princess Diana. Her name is Diana Prince. Princess Diana is like the
I
queen.
know. I was thinking like Princess Diana, blonde hair.
No, I was
like,
thinking.
cute.
I was saying like.
You're kind of giving her vibe right now too.
Oh
kinda
yeah,
like sporty. chic.
But I was saying like, Wonder Woman's name is Diana Prince.
Oh.
I said Princess Diana. My bad. No,
I was
and
going
you
right
were
with-
like, yeah. And you looked at me and said, yeah.
Yeah,
Princess Diana,
Cute.
for
I kinda
sure.
see what you're going on there. I wasn't gonna crush your dreams. It's like if you want to be her, go for it. What about one for you?
I was thinking I really, really, really loved the year I went as a nurse with Brett because
Yep,
that
that's
was
like the first like one of the first not just put together outfit. You know what I mean? Like it was like a costume.
Yes.
Yep.
And that was like at the time when I was watching Grey's Anatomy for the first time, and like I'm a huge Grey's Anatomy fan, die hard, all the way. And it was like Meredith and McDreamy, and I loved that whole app. Brett was a doctor. I was like,
No,
yup.
so cute, so cute.
Okay.
Yep, I can picture that little outfit.
Yep. Okay.
What else was I?
Ooh.
I was I was iconic. No, I was like I meant to say I definitely shelled out too much money on the full costumes
Steph
for each
said,
one.
I will take nothing less than a freaking costume from Yandy.
Thank you. I was about to say Yandy, and it's like, oh, I have one for every single night. You should see like back home my Halloween costume
yes.
bin. Everybody's like, so can I wear what you wore the other
No,
year? Because I have a million.
It's like an itinerary.
Firefighter onesie with the fishnets.
The cop.
The cop. I also did
Army Girl. Which I did Army
Triggering.
Girl as well. Which
Yep.
That was classic.
Yep.
But yeah, I know what Army Girl you talking about.
Yeah. Whew.
Yeah.
Not a fun night.
Nope. I was Barbie and Brett was Ken, and I really liked my outfit then.
Yep.
That was a really cute one. But I did DIY that one. Oh, maybe we'll throw some photos up, but
Oh, we should.
yeah.
We good. God, I'm like mad that I'm like
actually,
forgetting
I lied.
some.
Yeah, my schoolgirl one. I did the pigtails. Loved that one.
That's
And that
perfect
was
for you.
the night that I was chugging the 5th of Jack. And then I was like, why am I so hammered? And you're like, you were literally drinking whiskey. And I go, never been me. Nope.
What was it? Like, you were trying to get me to do it, and I was like, no, you won't. And you were like, and I look over, and I was joking with you, and you are swiggling. Or what is it?
Swigging.
Guzzling. I was saying swigging and guzzling. Guzzling it. And I go, I've never in my life seen Meredith drink whiskey. And I was like,
whiskey.
holy hell, girl.
I ran into like my cousin at that party, and
Oh, yeah.
I posted on my story a picture of me and him, and I put in all caps, "I love my cousin."
And like, and you guys hadn't seen each other.
No,
in a minute, right?
we're not close.
We're not
I mean, like,
close.
yeah, we see each other at like Christmas and once in a while, but it's like we aren't close. And I'm posting all caps, hearts, everything. I love my cousin. And David, my brother, saw it. He goes, "She's trash. She's trash." I love.
It was like, oh my god.
Oh, you know it was. Amy, let's get a photo. I was my biggest flaw in college was I was the person that would post stories of the night this close to my face as I'm screaming. Or talking.
And you know it's a different octave in her voice, just like we all have. I got it too.
No, but it's, my drunk voice is definitely present.
I've been one to know to mute before I post. Really anything unless I've really listened to it. Mara's like,
and it was like
screaming
crazy
at a concert. You know?
It was Snapchat. Like, now with Instagram, like I'm vigilant. There's no way in hell that's happening.
Well, and
on
at the
my
time
watch.
it was just like everybody's posting anything.
Nobody cared.
On Snapchat.
Oh my god.
Wow.
25 minutes.
We've been chatty Kathy.
Oh.
Let's actually get into this.
Yes. Okay. Bachelor in Paradise, Casa Amor Part 2.
Okay, the girls are returning to the beach. Whoo, one by one, trickling down and the hearts getting broken.
Yep.
Let's see, where did we want to start? Oh, Genevieve and Aaron. I loved it.
I
like
know.
when she first came out, like they were so like
They're cute.
because she is so like self-sabotaging. Like she just gets so weird.
is you.
Thank you.
5 years ago.
Yeah.
She's you 5 years ago.
Absolutely.
That's what
like,
it was, because I'm like, you do have similar traits, but that's
Absolutely.
old you. That's old you.
Totally.
You 5 years ago.
I have wrangled that jealousy beast monster.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, whoa. And the anger issues. Like, I have wrangled the beast a little bit. I mean,
you
actually,
have
quite a bit.
wrangled.
Doesn't mean
She's
I'm not having
conquered.
the thoughts, but I am not acting on it. You know, like where if she's like Genevieve.
Because it's like,
really,
I get it. You know, it's like you want your dude. You
Yeah.
have always been, I want my dude. Simple as that.
and I will
get it.
I will shed blood. And I should write a book about it because
Dude, the feats we've conquered.
If I got my eyes locked on a target, it's like any person that comes in my path is
In
like
her orbit.
Yeah.
Is going, eyes on the prize.
Step aside. No, there is
And
no
Genevieve is the
feat
same
I can't
way.
conquer.
No, absolutely
No,
not.
absolutely.
And
It's like-
Genevieve is the same freaking
As soon
way.
as she gets the reassurance she needs and that it went her way, 'cause she
She's
was
like,
going dark. Yeah, she's like, oh my god, I feel so much better now. I'm like, new me. Heard that. Like, totally. Like, she's in her head the whole time. Like, but I'm also like, it's definitely bitter in the ass. It's bit me in the ass too many times. It's definitely bit me in the ass.
It happens to the best of
Yeah,
us.
but I mean, honestly, can't blame the girl. It's like feelings are her feelings. And,
Absolutely.
And you can't, I mean, honestly, it's just because she really likes him.
100%. Like,
and
all of her actions are driven on the fact of what, Steph? I want Aaron. I want my guy.
And I don't want to, like...
And I don't want anything to come in between.
I mean, imagine if we were just taken off the beach and they were like, and Adam and Brett are sitting there and they bring in a whole group of girls. I know we're not worried about anything happening, but still, who's
mad.
looking at my mans and who is he looking at? Like,
Absolutely.
And if I'm not there to be a fly on the wall...
Ooh. And we have always been FOMO people. We will be going.
You might not know I'm there, but I'll be there.
We will be there.
But I'm watching. Or I have somebody that's watching for me.
Absolutely. Eyes are always on.
Totally. And so they're good. Aaron didn't mess up, with any of the other girlies. So
neither did Genevieve. She's
hopefully
good.
they're good. Looks like there might be some sort of riff later on based off of the previews. Something with like them crying. I don't know. And then we have Logan, Shanae, and Kate. Logan has chosen Shanae. Logan chose Kate.
Yep.
The new girl on the beach. And Shanae is, let's just say, not a happy camper. And
It's just like the delusion. Everyone is like, bro, come on.
You're allowed, like, I can understand why, like, that sucks to hear. That the guy you came back for or whatever, despite all of your actions in the meantime.
Yeah, and it's like, let's also point out, it's like, Shanae, the only reason that you're even going back to Logan is because Tyler likes Brittany.
Yep.
You easily could have chosen.
You were like so down to jump on those other guys and get those connections, and that's fine. But like, you can't twist it now on Logan when it's like, even when you were
trying to fuck Tyler
and James when you were at the beach with Logan.
Yes.
Logan had you chose him one time, and it's like because you've been bouncing and juggling all of these dudes on this beach and the other beach.
And then, that's what even Logan says.
Yeah.
He's like, when you tell everyone you're juggling guys, he's like, how do you think that makes me feel?
Yeah. And imagine. And then so you decide, well, not even. It was decided for you that, like, Tyler's not going to be with you, anything. So you have to come back single to the beach, expecting Logan to have done the same, which is fine.
Right.
But as if you were an angel at Casa Amor, and also to where, like, you're allowed to have your feelings hurt. That would suck. That the guy you're coming back for doesn't like you. He likes somebody else. Okay, that sucks. But at the end of the day, he isn't doing anything wrong. He's done less than what you have done. So, and for her to be mad at Kate, too. I know you guys already don't like each other at all, and that stings even more. But also at the same time, Kate is right in the fact of, like, but don't be making me feel bad about it. I came on here the same reason you did, where I get to try to make the connections I'm making.
And like Shanae being mad at Kate just because of what Kate said about her on Women Tell All, it's like, okay, well, then you could use that same argument for what you and Genevieve said about each other. It's like, you didn't like Genevieve when you came in here, just like you don't like Kate.
Yeah.
So it's like, you, and then being like, she's a horrible person, she's so rude, or I'm just like, Shanae, come on.
Going for the really low
You
blows.
called it last week when you said that Genevieve and Shanae, you like them until things don't go their way.
100%.
Because it's exactly the truth. We loved Shanae. We were like, oh, she's thriving.
Everybody's like, she's doing so well because she feels like she's in control of the situation.
Yep, and she's on top. And it's so funny because it's like she's complaining like, I don't want to have to chase someone. I don't want to have to do that. It's like, but you are expecting these guys to bend over backwards for you.
And honestly, like, as much as Logan is also, he's right in what he said of, like, that,
Absolutely.
His feelings are valid there, but also, I'm like, with Shanae, by you just now pointing the finger at her is gonna kickstart that fire even faster, because it's like, what he should have just left it as is, like, I have a stronger connection with her.
Yep.
Because now it's not about what you did wrong or what you did, because when she left, she thought they were fine. So I agree with her. If you didn't voice that to me, how was I supposed to know that you felt that way and that I was lacking in all these areas that you know now? But it's like, it's kind of one of those things where it's like you kind of almost created a problem separately.
It's like the same thing that Genevieve did when she tried to blame Justin. It's like, everyone, let's just own up to our feelings and say, I like this person more. I feel like that's almost easier.
Totally.
And yet, probably, like, I understand just, like, the natural human emotion. You want Shanae to know, because I bet all those things did bother him.
Absolutely.
He just wasn't allowed to bring them up because James was there. So he's, like, never really had the opportunity, and then you had to leave. So I see it there, too.
Yeah.
Logan, a lot of the time, even in his own season, he was trying to communicate, and it just wasn't working out for him.
Yeah.
Like, remember, he tried so many times to tell Rachel he liked Gabby, and then he's like, she canceled the group date.
Yeah.
He didn't get any time at the cocktail party because the cocktail party was canceled.
Yeah, and then he gets stuck in that end situation where it's like, and no matter at what point you said it, would never have gone over well, but now it's just, we waited till the end, didn't we?
Yes. Woo. And I like that Logan actually has somebody. Like, I did feel bad for him constantly chasing Shanae. And it's like, with Shanae not even liking him. Like, really, she doesn't really like him that much.
The side of Logan I saw when he was with Kay and starting to like her and stuff, I like that Logan.
Yes.
I feel like that's actually his personality. Totally. Like, I like that side of him. But that just goes to show me that all those other times that, girls were just trying to, even on a friendship basis, when they first even got there, just trying to get to know you. If he doesn't think you're attractive enough for him, it's like, that's his thing. Like, it's immediately like, they're invisible to him. Like the dead eyes, where I go, she's having a conversation with you, and you're looking like this, and you're just like, okay. Like, it's like, you can still give people the time of day without it being flirting, without you giving them false hope, but the girl is still a human. It was like Hunter or somebody. Yeah. One of those girls in the beginning that's
Lace
not there
too.
Yeah, and it's like,
with Lace.
Where I'm like, you're literally acting like they're not a human being, just trying to talk to you for a second. Like, and it's not even like you're already at a girlfriend where he's just trying to keep the boundaries.
See, it's so funny because it's like, I don't really get that from Logan, but I get that from Andrew.
I get that from Andrew a little bit too.
Yeah, okay, a little bit. I mean,
but he normally has a girl because of that, or somewhat of a girl.
Yeah, like, I don't know, like, Andrew's demeanor this whole time, like, literally, just off the top of my head from this episode, when he was talking to Brittany, and it was like, it was so great when the other girls came in, a brand new, fresh thing of energy. It was just what we needed, brand new energy. I'd be like, what? Shut your mouth.
No, you could have kept that little number to yourself.
You know, like, and just like the same thing with Peter, just being like, you're calm down. We don't need to. No,
yeah.
He is not my cup of tea this season.
No, yeah.
I don't know if he's bummed about the whole Teddy thing and just can't get out of it, or if this is really him. But like, he seems so much more positive and like fun and funny on Katie's season.
Totally agreed. Yeah, I don't know who this Andrew is.
Yeah, don't know him.
Yep. Okay, let's move on from that.
Logan and Jill. You mean
Jacob and
Jill?
I am always doing that with them too. Not that it even matters.
No. So, Jacob and Jill. This one...
Shocker!
Yeah, not much to report. Obviously, it just doesn't work out like we all thought. Mm-hmm. I will say, like, this season, more than any other season, they're so quick to leave. Have you noticed that?
Every one after another, it doesn't work out once. They're all, like dropping like flies.
Like, Sierra, Teddy, Jill, all the girls are self-eliminating.
Even the guys, or what's his name, left with...
Romeo?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was because he had no options.
Yep.
But I'm like, literally that week, the only reason like Michael even made it is because like 4 girls self-eliminated. It's like, this season, they're so quick to be like, bye. Jill is like, Jacob, screw you, see ya, leaving the show.
Totally, like, yeah.
It's so funny because I'm like, you don't, like, Jill, I get it if your connection was so extreme and you're like devastated. But it's like, Jill and Jacob... Really?
First of all, she chose the worst 2 guys with the worst track record.
For real?
You know, it's like, I'm sorry, but what was his name that left?
Romeo.
It's like with Romeo, so you've already been burnt by him before Paradise. So you even trying to jump back into unpack that with him. Shocker that he cheated on you or whatever went down. You know, it's like, shocker that didn't work out. And then with Jacob, it's like, but you see the way he talks about women, the way they, like, he blatantly
said, I will explore other options. And he's coming back saying
he's not a committed person.
No.
Like, he's not committed. Like, and he's made that clear. So I don't know what, once again, you're shocked about.
Exactly.
You need to be giving your efforts, but she doesn't want to put in any more effort. But it's like, but the effort you've been putting into has been with the wrong guys.
Oh, side note. So the whole thing with Rick and Olu.
Yeah.
Apparently, Olu said some shit, and that's why he didn't come back.
Because they were all like, no. Like, or when they were like, what about Olu? Anybody have a connection with him? When Jesse Palmer was asking, and they were like, no. Like, I was like, ooh, a little bit. Something about the tone around that. I go,
Brandon specifically, Brandon said something like they're not going to show any of the shit that Olu said. Like, because they were like, why were all the girls allowed to stay? But Rick and Olu had to leave. You know, it's like even the Australian guy got to come back.
Right, yeah.
It's like, why did they have to go? And something went down with Olu, like, talking about the girls in a weird way or something like that, but that's why, like, and then Rick, something happened with him too. Rick said that Rick was under the impression that he was coming in to see girls that would be available, and he was like, never, ever, ever doing that again. He like hated his experience, so he left.
Oh yeah.
So something went down with Olu, and Rick was basically like, fuck this sucks.
Totally.
Yeah. So,
I mean, you're not the hot commodity. Nobody's like,
yeah.
Yeah, I'd be like, I'm dipping too.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Weird. Wasn't he the one, Olu, with your friend that's a waitress?
Oh,
or was it?
Oh, we got tea.
How like do we spell?
Yeah.
Well, we could say.
We could say Olu.
Yeah.
Olu and another person that we know were out to eat in New York, and a friend of mine that lives in New York served them, and she posted on her private story and was like, these 2 Bachelor people, and she actually didn't even say their names. She said 2 Bachelor people were such fucking dicks, like, I hate them so much. And I swiped up and I go, give me that tea.
Give me the names.
And one of them was Olu, and she was like, didn't look up from their phones once, didn't say please, didn't say thank you, and then tipped like garbage. And I go, one of them close to home, and we're mad.
Yeah, and you might be able to piece it together as to like one of our like OGs that, you know, I'm
fans.
shocked to hear.
Shocked.
Like, hearing this news
You're
about
right.
them
When you're
treating
mean
a server
to
wrong.
servers, yeah.
And it's not even just like, you know, it was in the tabloids. It's like your friend personally served them and said, awful experience.
And she's also a Bachelor fan, so she knew who they were. Like, she watches the show. So I go, that's like, don't meet your heroes. Classic.
Yeah, and like to tip like shit, that right there.
Like, you guys have money, don't even front.
If you're remotely in the public spotlight, you better be tipping out your ass, because if there's nothing more embarrassing than, number one, is treating like customer service people like absolute garbage, and your server or anything like that. That takes the cake. Number two, bad tipping. Like, excuse me, that just shows what's going on with you. Like,
yeah.
And 2 biggest red flags right there. And
Yeah.
I'm bummed to hear it.
Me too. So then let's move on to Serene and Brandon.
Woo!
Hey, yo, we're happy cats.
I mean, and he says, I love you. She says, I love you
back.
So I literally want them to have babies yesterday.
They're married, signed, sealed, delivered.
And what did she say? She was like, if I went back right now and said, Brandon, we're leaving, like right before she went to Casamore, like he will leave with me. 100% he will leave with me right now.
When he was like, it's like Brandon knows there's nothing to even worry about, and he is
her
crying.
yeah.
So sad. He's like, obviously I love her based on how I feel. God.
Like, it's one of those things that always like hits home where it's like, I miss you even when I'm with you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even with that, I'm looking at, when Adam's with me on the couch watching movies, I'm like, I miss you right now, even though you're right next to me. You know what I mean? I'm just like, you need their presence all the time.
I saw this girl, and she just posted this on TikTok, and she was like, her husband was like, I hope you don't take this the wrong way. He's like, but I really like you. And she's like, I hope so. We just got married. I hope you like me. And he's like, no, like 2 days was too long. He goes, that was a long time. 2 days.
Yeah.
Being away from each other. And it is. Like when we go away for our trips and stuff. It's
even
like,
when we're sleeping at night. Hello, miss you. In the morning, I'm like,
wake
where
up.
are you?
Where you at?
Totally. Victoria and Johnny.
Ooh.
I'm not even, honestly, like with Victoria, I think some of the words in her explanation, which she didn't even fully know what she's trying to explain, like her words hurt Johnny a little bit when she brought up like that Alex, the guy from the from Casamore, like
Check the boxes.
Alex, that he checks the boxes, but and I know what she means by that, as in like when you're talking about actual future serious relationship topics.
No, this whole thing, even like absolutely, you're right. She could have communicated better, and I understand what she meant with the check the boxes, but she went on to explain herself.
Yeah, no.
And then he was still like, so you don't want to fall in love first?
By that one little, just the way she worded her words at first. He took that and ran with it. And I'm like, that's not the point. And also, she has a great, like, if she was like Shanae, where she just went into it ready to date and kiss and make out with any of the guys there, it's like,
I get
then she should be probably, like, he could be upset. But with her, like, her point is like that she was closed off the entire time. She was given at the end of the entire thing, randomly gets a date card. Mm-hmm. She's like, okay, well, I have to go. I'm gonna make the best of my experience. So, okay, the one person I guess I'd be interested in will come with me. It wasn't like she ran in there gung-ho trying to go on dates with everybody, or even like where Alex got a date card and asked her because he thought there was some inkling, where it's always like, why did they think they could ask you on the date?
Totally.
But it's like, she is allowed to explore that, and it does make sense. Johnny, if you've already said that you are not here for a marriage,
engagement, then
it's kind of like you already dug your own hole with that, because Alex is not scared to tell me how ready he is for marriage and kids.
Absolutely. And it's like, it's the same thing with like Sierra and Michael, like different points of your life. It's like Johnny, you're 25 and she's like 31, I think, or like early 30s, like where it's like, I appreciate everything that you are as a person. I really like you, but like, my time is drying up. I have to have kids soon. I want a husband. I want to literally start having kids. Yeah, she's like, now. Like, I want to have kids now.
You're not wrong for, like, wanting to make sure your, like, values of your future, like, line up.
Absolutely, because it's like, literally, my mom has always said this, and it's like, don't date anyone you don't want to marry.
Totally.
Because it's like, you never know where that relationship will lead. I mean, look at me and Brett. Totally. I started dating him in high school randomly, and then 8 years later, here we are. It's like, did I know that I was going to continue to date him for 8 years?
Right.
No, but that's just the way it panned out.
Right.
So it's like, you don't want to ever put yourself in a bucket, because once you've made that emotional connection to them, it's not so easy to break. Totally. So Johnny being like, I want to fall in love first, it's like, well, then what happens when we fall in love and then I say, I want to have kids now? And he's like, no. Like, now we're in turmoil.
So now do you want me to, now I have to be your girlfriend, which is fine to like date after this and not get engaged, but it's like, if you're looking to find somebody to have that be the next steps for things, it's like, so if I start dating you after this, is it going to be another 4 years of dating before you even contemplate getting a ring for me?
Exactly, because then after that, we need to have kids yesterday, because now I'll be 35.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not wrong. And it's like, and Johnny just...
And she hasn't even done like really anything. You know, it's like she gave him a shot, heard him out. It happened to align. She wants to just... And she's like, I just want to talk to, like, just see. Like, I had one convo with this guy. Like, let me have another conversation. She's like, Johnny, I don't want to be a part of it then. Yeah. If it's not me right now, don't want to be a part of it. But then on the other hand, he's like, but I want her to pick me.
Dude, I did feel for him.
I know.
Well, especially when Alex came down. Like, I go, Victoria.
She was trash.
Yes,
she seemed a little bit
totally
because it was like, oh my god, like
she
her
was
higher
like,
octave,
Alex, like screaming.
It was
his name.
a different voice,
and it's like,
and he looks over. Oh, I would have been livid.
And I felt for him. Like, you could see he was, like, sad about
I feel like
it.
that's something low-key you would accidentally do. Like, but not even meaning it in that way. But, you know, where it's like, you're a little too excited. You know, when you're drunk, like, woo!
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely.
You really...
So... I really don't know what's going to end up going on with Johnny and Victoria.
Or any of them, really, besides Brandon and Serene.
That's all we care about, okay? Signed,
truly.
sealed, delivered. Mm-hmm. Okay, gossip of the week. Let's get into it. Ooh, I got a lot to say this week.
Speaking about servers and treating wait staff poorly, James Corden, is that his name?
Yes.
God, I always mix him up with somebody else. Doesn't matter, though. And this is not the first time that there's been rumors about this guy being a, like, asshole.
Oh, I just watched some dude do a whole ass rant about him yesterday on TikTok, and he was like, he was showing the clip of James Corden's, like, apology on his show, which really wasn't an apology.
No,
it was like an explanation to what he thinks happened. He goes, my wife has an allergy, and, like, I sent the food back years ago because there was a hair in it. Like, people don't, as a server, personally, servers, it's like when someone complains that there's a hair in their food, it's like, and I see it, I'm not mad. Never, ever
I'm
have
just
been.
as grossed out for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, please let me get you a new one. So it's like, unless, of course, they're dicks about it. Then it's a whole different ballgame. Because it's like, if you come to me and say, hey, like, I don't want to be like a nuisance, I'm sorry. Or like, even not even saying that, hey, just want to let you know, like, there's a hair in my food. I'd be like, let me please get you another one right now. But if you come, there's a nasty fucking hair in this. This place is a nasty establishment.
I need a manager now.
Give me a manager. Yeah. Then I'm like, oh, screw you. Like, I had a table one time that literally complained to my manager that I gave them too many straws.
One too many for the
There
table.
was 6 people at the table and I gave them 7 straws, and they dead ass complained to my manager. So it's like, when you act like that, James Corden, then you're going to be met with a different response. That's why I'm like, there's no way in hell that these people are just making this up.
No, and it's the fact that, so the owner of the New York restaurant that is like where, how many, it's a hot spot for celebrities. And another point of that was like, how many celebrities go there and none of them have had the owner have to publicly say that they are banned from the restaurant for treating their staff poorly, and that is saying something.
For real.
If all of those celebrities are going there and
it's like, listen, we just talked about our friends just being treated
just from being on The Bachelor thinks they have the audacity to be rude to waitstaff because they were on Bachelor.
Yeah.
It's relax. And at the end of I don't care if you are Kris Jenner in this biatch.
No.
It is like you still need to respect people. Like and it's the fact that out of all the people that this guy, the owner of it, has to come out and publicly say he's not allowed back. So then James apologizes to him to where the owner is like, okay, like if you come in and like to the waitstaff or whatever, we can see about maybe making this work.
Right.
So apologize profusely to the owner. Then goes publicly to make a statement that's not an apology.
No.
Then is going, he's been back and forth how many times of saying he's either sorry or now he's not sorry and here's my excuses.
Right.
That is not an apology at the end of the day. Like,
no. And like the scene that this guy caused that girl was talking about, she was like, he was having a full-blown tantrum, demanded all of their meals were free.
And this is not the first time that shit has been said about this dude.
Yeah. And it's like, once again, anytime someone demands a meal is free, most of the time,
what are you even doing
the
sitting
restaurant,
here?
if it's really, really, really that messed up, they'll comp it. It's like, if it's messed up, a server will comp it. There's literally...
But we would love to comp instead of getting bitched out.
No shit.
Totally fine. But also, how embarrassing for you.
Oh.
If you can't afford your dinner, like, you're that pissed.
And it's like, out of everybody, you, who have your own show.
What will make you feel better is if you get this meal for free. Relax. You came here to pay, thinking you'd pay. So just pay up unless somebody offers it to you. That would be awesome.
Yes.
Great.
It's like, if
even
your meal
better.
is really messed up, like I said, they'll probably comp it for you anyways, unless they got you one in a good amount of time, you know?
Not that deep.
Oh my God. I mean, like, the amount of server stories I personally have, I know you have some too, where it's just like, the audacity of people.
Onions off of salad.
Yeah.
It's like.
On me. Thank you.
I've had a full grown man, multiple men scream in my face. I've just turned around, face the wall, sob, keep walking. Like, I mean, honestly, like, treated like absolute shit. And it's like, and that's something to remember if you've never been a server or like in customer service, because it's like, so many people think like, you know, it really is like, you need to be, if you're ever like dining in or doing anything, it's like that you need to be the person that made their day.
Yes.
Because there are the one few out of a night that I'd be like, thank God they were nice. Everybody else, you might think you're being like normal, just thank you, whatever. Or even not saying thank you, but it's
people
like...
don't say thank you. People don't make eye contact.
You do not exist. They were so mad at you, and then they get their food, and if it goes perfectly, then they're happy with you. Right. It's like, so you were hangry. And it's like... If I'm a server, I'm serving, okay? I am not solving rocket science and putting lives on the line.
Oh my God.
To where it's like, cut me some slack, bro.
People take food way too seriously.
And it's just like, that's why everybody needs to, like, make it a conscious thought to go out of your way to be, like, the extra nice person at a restaurant of, like, pile your dishes for them. Or be like, whenever you get a chance, can you get that for me?
Well, that's why there's the saying, like, like, everyone should be a server.
Yeah.
Because once you're a server, you really understand. And, like, there are just also little things. Like, a guy from our team has never been a server, and we walked into a restaurant, and I remember he turned and he's like, there's so many open tables. Like, why can't we just sit down? And it's like, because you don't understand that there's not enough servers to serve those tables. So
and
it's
if
like
they sat all of those tables, everybody would then be complaining about not getting their service on time.
Exactly. Everyone would be mad. The servers would be stressed. It's like, we purposely don't seat those tables because no one's covering that.
There's usually a method to the madness, and if you don't work there, shut your mouth.
Exactly. Like, that was my least favorite comment. Like, what about that table? No.
When I was a hostess for a minute.
Oh.
And people... Being a hostess at Olive Garden, it was like, they don't understand. Call ahead seating. It's not a reservation. Mm-hmm. You just got to check in, put your name at the top of the list. Holy hell. So just everybody, a note to take home. F. James Corden.
And be nice to your server.
Uh-huh.
Next up, Taylor Swift's new album.
Have you listened at all?
So I've actually heard the Karma song and the Bejeweled song. So those two.
Yeah. I don't know a lot of the names yet. I listened to, like, because... Adam sometimes tries to be on top of ahead of us on gossip. So he'd be like, so what's going on with this? Like, do you know anything about that? Because he'll see it once on his timeline, and if I don't have the answers, he's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're holding me accountable. And so he's like, so Taylor Swift's new album came out. Like, have you not listened? Like, as if he knows or cares. And I'm like, first of all, like, you saw one post on that probably on Twitter.
Yep.
And I go, actually, I haven't. And we were playing cards. And I'm like, well, let's turn it on. And then I'm going through, and I see one of her songs is Lana.
Yeah.
And Adam goes, who's Lana Del Rey? Well, he didn't correlate,
he didn't know, like,
Young and Beautiful, some of those things, but he didn't know, like, Blue Jean. I mean, all of her OG, like, good ones. So I'm like, first, let's start there before we even listen to, because I'm like, before we hear what she's doing on Taylor Swift's album, let's go through. So we watched all of those. And then, so I'm so pumped for Lana's, like, feature on this. I never heard her voice once. I think she might have said 2 background lines of, like, the...
Well, I've heard that this album's, like, really, like, somber and kind of moody.
It's, I actually really liked it, though. Like, when we were going through it, like, all of them were kind of, like, a good vibe of, like, like, kind of, like, wildest dreams,
okay.
You know what I mean? Like, it was, like... I liked it. I thought it was vibey, but I have heard, like, people being like,
well,
it's
I haven't
like
listened to it, so but I've been meaning to.
It was vibey. I liked it.
Okay.
But then
I liked the
not
Karma
groundbreaking, but, like, good. I mean, like, right on my alley. I'm done. I'm waiting. But then the Lana one, and I go, but where's Lana? And I saw it, and I'm like, I can't, like, am I losing my mind? Because I'm like, I don't mean Adam rewatched it, like, 3 times, being like, where is You can't say you have Lana Del Rey as a feature in your song when there's no like, I can't even figure out where she is in the song. There's, like, one little line that I go, that must be her. And I finally just saw a TikTok of somebody being like, they got the mic, like, he's pretending, and he's got the mic, he's pretending he's Lana, like, in the recording studio, and he's like, never gets turned, and then he's filing his nails, and he's like, because it's like,
can I have a moment to speak?
Maybe one breath she made in the song, and even Adam was like, what the? Yeah.
Whoa.
Disappointing. Hey, moody clouds. Moody clouds. But yeah, I'm disappointed. I don't know if there's, like, something I'm missing there, but thank God.
Well, like, the point I was gonna make was about the fact that, like, one of Taylor Swift's songs is called Karma.
Yeah.
And it's like, karma is a god. And not Kanye having the absolute worst week of his life. Well, Taylor's having the best week of her life. We didn't forget about the VMAs, bitch. We didn't forget.
I didn't even put the karma thing
I saw it on TikTok, and I go, we didn't forget. Karma is a god. Karma is the best. Now Kanye was literally dropped by his agent, dropped by his lawyer, dropped by Adidas, dropped by his everything.
And
because
just for the
of
record,
the bullshit.
for the record, we obviously stand with the Jewish community.
Absolutely.
And we do not stand with Kanye, and we never have.
It's so crazy because it's like, I was literally telling my mom, when he went on Tucker Carlson and he's acting so calm, cool, and collected, I go, I don't know him personally, but I've watched enough Kardashians to know that's not how he acts. And I'm like, he's telling all of America, like, everyone's not going to believe when they see this interview and see how calm demeanored I am and see that I'm not crazy. And then 3 days later is when he tweets that shit about DEFCON 3 or whatever. And now he's on all these interviews, literally being himself and just literally interrupting everybody, talking about how he's like, Piers Morgan is a Karen, this and that, like literally where it's like, it's not even making sense. And also, in his most recent interview, he said that he is a Jewish person. He goes, black people are Jews, which makes me Jewish. So I'm in fact Jewish. He goes, I can't be anti-Semite against myself because I'm Jewish because black people are Jewish. So, long story short, Taylor's out here thriving, and Kanye's career is going in the garbage.
He's a sick man.
Literally. And nothing makes me more angry.
I don't even want to give him press. Like, literally disgusting, out of my face forever. End of topic. Oh, my God.
And
Which
then,
is next transition into the Kardashians. Jenner, Miss Kylie Jenner, and Travis Scott. Travis Scott's old side girly, rando ass Black China wannabe.
Yes.
I'm like, no, but like she's giving me similar vibes of like, what is this like okay, I'm being really mean.
Did you see the TikTok of where like everyone's putting them at the same time? It's like Travis is here in Aspen.
Yeah,
she's there as well.
Then Kylie shows up 2 days later. Yep. And it's like they're both posting this out, both doing this. Like,
here's the thing.
Timeline.
I am not stupid, and neither is she. We don't think for a second that Travis probably isn't hooking up with
We never thought that he was loyal.
Well, and also we never even knew that Kylie and Travis were even together. To the public, we don't know.
We've never fully known. She's done like soft launches here and there, back and forth, but
for like a whole year.
We were like, maybe they have an open relationship. We don't really know.
Yeah, but it's this girl, and the way she's going about it is giving the Sumner Stroh girl, where it's
totally.
Like, ew, like Miss Jenner.
Jenner, but she needs the internet to make to feed herself or something. Well, obviously, but around that. But I'm like, relax. Don't. First of all, this girl, it's like, so she claims to have history, and there is like some proof of putting it together of having history with Travis Scott, of like, where his recent statement about all of this right now, he's saying like he doesn't even know that person, which that's kind of like when Maroon 5, what's his name?
Adam Levine
was like, I didn't cheat, but it's like, well, kind of, you're if anything, you're making this look worse for yourself by, like, you didn't even need to address that. You didn't know her at all.
Right.
Because now that's looking like everything you're saying is a lie, because he does have history with her throughout the years.
Right, like, exactly. Once you're lying about not even knowing her and someone immediately disproves that, well, it's like, okay, well, you lied about knowing her, so what else are you lying about?
Right, and somebody put the pieces together of, like, how this girl, what do they call her, Ray, maybe? Or,
I don't even know.
Ray or
she's got like a funky Instagram handle, like it's like Young something.
Young Ray or
Young Ray, I don't know,
whatever.
something like that.
But she, they like put the timeline together of when she had been spotted with him way back when, and so they were kind of like are somewhat in each other's lives, or some correlation there before Kylie met Travis at Coachella, and supposedly Travis was there. There's like when they're putting the Instagram posts from back then back and forth in the timeline of things, he looked like he was technically there with this other girl, with the Ray girl or whatever, and then
saw
the
Kylie.
second week of Coachella is when they met, and then they were captured holding hands and walking, and that's where that all like sprung from, was like that they're together, when technically this girl thought that she was with Travis going to Coachella together, and then he gets spotted with Kylie Jenner, and it goes off from there. Then they have a baby, all that, and then
like with even all of these guys, like even Tristan, where it's just like being the Kardashians, like it's like, honestly, how do you expect anyone genuinely to be loyal? It's like I don't even think I don't think even are they expecting that? Obviously, I know Chloe was from Tristan, but I'm like, when you and your boyfriend, husband, whatever, can't even be in the same state for weeks on end, and then on top of that, all these guys are famous and have groupies and girls banging at their doors. It's like we're supposed to 100% believe that there's no other girls.
No, like
they can't even believe that for real. Like,
no, and like, so with this girl coming out and saying it, it's like, And the way she's going about it of being like,
Ugh.
they keep lying. Like, if you could see the receipts I have, the videos and naked photos I have of him and I together and all this stuff, I go, my question is, like, what do you want out of this? It's like, it's not a good look for you either. I know it's not a great look. Like, you want to expose that they're lying and you're not, like, so that you don't feel as, like, stupid. But at the same time, it's not a good look for anybody. Because at the end of the day, whether you have history with him or not, and you feel like that Kylie Jenner is the other woman, at the end of the day, they have children together, and to everybody else, and that's what she keeps saying, oh, you guys are all getting bamboozled by them, you know, and it's like, but at the end of the day, that is what counts.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
they
have children together.
Baby.
They are together. And whether there's anything, like, that doesn't make it okay for what he's doing secretively with you.
Right.
And whether he wants to, admit to it or not, you still also know that he is with her and they have a child together. Yeah. And she kept saying, like, everybody in this city knows that how much you cheat on Miss Jenner and stuff. And it's like, do you want a gold star for being the other girl?
Right.
Do you want to be the number one? Like, actually, Kylie Jenner's the mistress, even though they have children and everybody thinks they're together. But the whole city knows. Everybody knows. It's not me. Like, but it's me.
Yeah.
It's just like, what do you want out of this? Because my biggest thing is, don't you ever speak on Miss Jenner like that. That kind of shit. I'm like, if anything, you should be girl to girl being like,
yo, your boyfriend,
your baby daddy
is hooking up with me.
Still. But
Literally.
It's like, you clearly had your own agenda of whatever you were getting from that as well. And it's like, we never want to hate on, the other woman as well. Because it's like, she's not dating Kylie Jenner. But at the end of the day, it takes two to tango. All right, Snitches, that is a wrap on this week's episode. Make sure to subscribe, leave a review. Why am I always doing this?
Me too. Bada bing. And we will see you, Snitches, next week for another gossip update. I'm like, these are real close to the old lappy top.
Oh, no. I don't even know what we're doing here. And now I'm seeing that everybody's talking about my lipstick, and it's like, me first. Take the heat, get out of the kitchen.
For real.
Pump it louder.